Good morning, boys and girls and parents. Thank you for coming to Storytime. My name is Jackie Rash, and this morning our first story is going to be about the little old woman who lived in a vinegar bottle. It's written by Margaret Reed McDonald and Nancy Dunaway Faust. There once was an old woman who lived in a vinegar bottle. Don't ask me why. It was a common old vinegar bottle. Unusually large, of course, but still it made for a very tiny house. Every day the old woman would sit on her step and complain. What a pity. Oh, what a pity, pity, pity that I should live in a tiny little house like this. I deserve to be living in a cottage with a thatched roof and roses growing up the walls. That's what I deserve. Just then a fairy was passing by. See the little fairy? I could do that, thought the fairy. If that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. And to the old woman she said, when you go to bed tonight, turn around 3 times and close your eyes. In the morning, see what you shall see. The old woman thought the fairy was a little batty, but when she went to bed that night, she turned around 3 times and closed her eyes. In the morning, she opened them and she was in a dear little cottage with a thatched roof and roses growing up the walls. That's what I've always wanted. I'll be so content here. But she said not a word of thanks to the fairy. Well, the fairy went north and the fairy went south and the fairy went east and the fairy went west, and she did all the business that she had to do. When she started thinking, I wonder how that old woman is doing. You know, the one that used to live in a vinegar bottle? But when the fairy came near, there sat the old woman complaining. Oh, what a pity. What a pity, pity, pity that I should live in a tiny little cottage like this. Why, I should be living in a fine row house with lace curtains at the windows and a brass knocker on the door. Her house was pretty. I can do that, thought the fairy. If that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. And to the old woman she said, when you go to bed tonight, turn around 3 times and close your eyes. In the morning, see what you shall see. The old woman didn't have to be told twice. She went right to bed. She turned around 3 times and closed her eyes. In the morning, when she opened them, what do you think she saw? She was in a spanking new row house with lace curtains on the windows and a brass knocker on the door. This is what I always wanted. Oh, I'll be so contented here. Oh, but she never said a word of thanks to the fairy. Well, the fairy went north and the fairy went south and the fairy went east and the fairy went west, and she did all the business she had to do. Then she thought about the old woman. I wonder how that old woman is doing these days. The one that used to live in a vinegar bottle. But when the fairy came to the fine row house, there sat the old woman in her brand new rocking chair, complaining. Oh, what a pity. What a pity, pity, pity that I should live in a little row house like this with common folks on either side. I should have a mansion on a hill with servants to do my bidding. That's what I deserve. When the fairy heard that, she was much amazed. But she said, well, if that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. And to the old woman she said, when you go to bed tonight, turn around 3 times and close your eyes and go to sleep. In the morning, see what you shall see. The old woman turned around 3 times and hopped into bed. She closed her eyes in the morning. When she opened them again, she was in a mansion on the hill. This is just what I've always wanted. Oh, I'll be contented right here. Oh man, this is great. But she never said thank you to the fairy. Well, the fairy went north and the fairy went south and the fairy went east and the fairy went west. And she did all the business she had to do. Then she remembered the old woman again. I wonder how that old woman is getting along now. The old woman who used to live in a vinegar bottle, you know. But when she came near the old woman in the velvet chair was complaining. Oh, what a pity, pity that I should live in an old mansion like this. Why, I should be the queen, living in a palace with musicians to entertain me and courtiers to bow to me. That's what I deserve. Good heavens, thought the fairy. Will she never be contented? Well, if that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. The old woman, she said, when you go to bed tonight, turn around 3 times, close your eyes. In the morning, see what you shall see. The old woman hurried to bed. She turned around 3 times. She closed her eyes. And in the morning, see, she's all tucked away. She was in the palace with musicians to entertain her and courtiers to bow and bow. This is just what I've always wanted, said the old woman. I will be very contented. But she forgot to say thank you to the fairy. Well, the fairy went north and the fairy went south and the fairy went east and the fairy went west. And she did all the business she had to do. Isn't that beautiful palace? Then she thought about the old woman. How's the old woman getting along? The one that used to live in a vinegar bottle? But when she got to the palace, there sat the old woman on her throne, complaining. Oh, what a pity that I should be the queen of such a tiny kingdom. Why, I should be the empress of the universe. That's what I deserve. I see, said the fairy. There's no pleasing some people. Well, if that's what she wants, that's what she'll not get. So to the old woman, she said, when you go to bed tonight, turn around 3 times and close your eyes. In the morning, see what you will see. The old woman went right to bed. She turned around 3 times and closed her eyes. And in the morning, when she opened them, what do you think? She was right back in her vinegar bottle. And there she stays. There she shall stay, said the fairy. If she's not contented here, she won't be contented there. After all, happiness comes from the heart and not from the house. Thank you. Wasn't that a great story about fairies and little old lady? But we need to be content about things that we do and have. Thank you very much for coming.